Gary Windass was indeed present on the night Theo Silverton died in Coronation Street, but many viewers are convinced he is not responsible for the murder. Although Kit Green has identified Gary as his main suspect, fans believe the storyline has become too obvious for him to be revealed as the killer. During Wednesday's episode, a flashback placed Gary at the scene shortly after Theo's death. He was seen standing on the scaffolding platform holding a metal bar, seemingly taken from nearby building materials. Below him lay Theo, motionless and covered in blood. While the scene appeared to suggest Gary had attacked Theo, some viewers noticed his reaction looked more like shock than guilt. Instead of appearing responsible, he seemed as though he had unexpectedly stumbled upon the horrifying sight. Soap insiders previously hinted that the true killer would not be exposed until late June or early July, leading many fans to suspect Gary is simply being used as a distraction. Some now believe he may have witnessed the aftermath of the crime and is hiding the truth to protect someone else. One popular theory suggests Gary is covering for Sarah Platt, especially given the pair's increasingly secretive behavior. Their unusual actions have raised suspicions among viewers. Others think Todd could be at the center of the mystery, with Gary potentially trying to shield him from blame. There is even speculation that Theo's death may not have been a murder at all, with some fans suggesting he staged the scene himself before taking his own life. Sharing their thoughts online, one viewer wrote, "Gary was definitely there that night, but I think he arrived afterwards and helped clean up Theo's staged crime scene because Theo wanted Todd to be blamed. Gary probably also knows where the weapon has been hidden." Another fan commented, "I think Gary and Sarah both believe they're protecting Todd. That's why Gary kept staring at him recently. He's frustrated because Todd doesn't seem affected in the same way, but that's because Todd isn't actually guilty. Gary could be unknowingly covering for someone else." A third theory suggested Sarah may have convinced Gary that Todd was responsible. Theo had access to Todd's phone and could have made Sarah believe Todd was in danger. Gary then rushed over carrying a weapon, only to discover Theo already dead. Since then, he's been trying to hide evidence because he thinks Todd committed the crime. One final viewer added, "If that's the full flashback, Gary isn't the killer. I think he went to confront Theo after seeing Sarah upset, but by the time he arrived, Theo was already dead. Gary and Sarah may each think the other committed the crime, so they're both covering things up without ever discussing what really happened." Coronation Street viewers have jokingly suggested that a brand new detective partnership could soon outshine DS Lisa Connor Swain and DC Kit Green as the mystery surrounding Theo Silverton's death continues to unfold. Fans of the ITV soap know that Lisa and Kit are leading the investigation into Theo's murder after Lisa's daughter, Betsy Swain, discovered his body in April. The shocking storyline was first teased earlier this year when flash-forward scenes aired in February, revealing that a major death would occur. Those scenes showed Betsy being questioned by police after finding the body of someone she knew on the night of her mother's wedding to Carla Connor. Several residents were initially presented as possible victims, including Theo, Carl Webster, Jody Ramsey, Megan Walsh, and Maggie Driscoll, leaving viewers guessing for weeks. The mystery deepened when shortly after the wedding celebrations, Betsy stumbled upon Theo's lifeless body, officially launching the soap's latest whodunit storyline. Since then, Lisa and Kit have been working through a growing list of suspects. Previous episodes identified Todd Grimshaw, George Shuttleworth, Summer Spellman, Christina Boyd, Gary Windass, and Danielle Silverton as potential candidates linked to the crime. As the investigation develops, Summer has found herself facing murder charges after evidence appeared to point directly at her. Meanwhile, Tyrone Dobbs complicated matters further by giving a misleading account of where she was on the night Theo was killed. However, a new teaser from Coronation Street has hinted that an unexpected pair may play a role in solving the mystery. A video posted on Instagram featured Betsy and Lauren Bolton roaming around Weatherfield, acting like amateur detectives as they searched for clues. The clip ended with a playful logo displaying Martin and Fitton alongside a magnifying glass graphic before the words "Coming Soon" appeared on screen. The accompanying caption teased fans with a simple message suggesting that something exciting is on the way. Another message described the pair as the detective team viewers never realized they needed. Fans quickly filled the comments section with enthusiastic reactions. One viewer said they couldn't wait to see what the duo would get up to and called them the best partnership on the show. Another admitted they were already completely invested in the idea before it had even begun. Others predicted the storyline would be hilarious and entertaining, while some joked that Lisa and Kit should watch out because a new detective team had arrived in Weatherfield. Several viewers suggested that Betsy and Lauren might prove more effective than the local police force, with one fan even joking that they could solve Theo's murder before the official investigation reaches a conclusion. Another comment compared the pair to a classic crime-fighting partnership, declaring that the Cobbles were finally in safe hands. Debbie Webster faces a frightening new ordeal in Coronation Street next week as she becomes convinced that a gun has been fired inside the Chariot Square Hotel. The troubling day starts when Debbie is jolted awake by a distressing nightmare. The dream forces her to relive the recent violent incident at the garage involving members of her family. Upcoming scenes will see tensions between Carl and Kevin Webster reach breaking point during a heated confrontation. The situation spirals out of control when Carl produces a gun and Kevin desperately attempts to wrestle it away from him. As the struggle intensifies, the firearm suddenly goes off, leaving everyone fearing the worst and raising concerns that someone may have been seriously hurt. Despite the traumatic experience, Debbie tries to carry on as normal and refuses to let her emotions show. Determined to stay strong, she throws herself into her usual routine. Part of her day involves a disagreement with Tracy Barlow over a flower delivery mix-up. During the argument, Tracy cruelly suggests that Debbie's dementia may be the reason behind the confusion. Later, Debbie chats with a couple who are hosting a gender reveal celebration at the hotel. Unfortunately, she accidentally reveals that they are expecting a baby boy, ruining the surprise before the big announcement. An embarrassed Ryan Connor quickly steps in to apologize for the mistake. However, moments later, a balloon bursts nearby, creating a loud bang. The sudden noise immediately sends Debbie into panic mode. Believing she has heard another gunshot, she is overwhelmed by fear and struggles to control her emotions. The incident raises further concerns about Debbie's well-being as she continues to deal with the emotional impact of recent events while battling her worsening condition. Speaking earlier this year, Sue Devaney explained that there is still much more to come for Debbie's storyline. She said viewers will continue to see both the heartbreaking effects of her decline and the lively, spirited personality that has made the character so popular. She added that Debbie remains determined to enjoy life, spend time with her friends, and embrace the experiences she has always wanted, ensuring that her vibrant side continues to shine through despite the challenges she faces.